That's where they're from, right?
I
The
know
bearded
there's a lot of
dragon?
lizards. I don't know if they're called bearded dragons. It's not something I pay attention to, but yes, there are a lot of lizards and they're mostly harmless in the garden.
Yeah, that's why I kind of figured they're kind of harmless. Mine were. I had two big ones, man.
The
Oh
problem
yeah,
is
they
when
were
you
pretty.
open up the front door and there's a massive snake with a blue tongue sitting outside. I had it once back at my old place.
Wow. But it's different living there, huh? It's definitely different. I can tell.
Yeah, man, we've got everything.
Emu, yeah, and you got what are those things that you hit with your car that going down the freeway? The trucks do. What do they call them?
You
Those
need bull
things
bars
that
because you have kangaroos
no
that jump.
kangaroos. Yeah,
Yeah,
kangaroos.
kangaroos. So you need bull bars in Australian trucks. Otherwise, it'll hit and it'll go straight into the engine block.
Oh man, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, that happens with white-tailed deer up in my area, man.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Deer. Out in the
I had
desert.
another friend from Australia. He was saying that kangaroos are like super dumb. He was like, they act exactly like white-tailed deer do. He was like, they just stand by the road and all of a sudden they're like, oh, now that the truck's here, time to run. And just like dart out in front of the car. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I knew a girl that was from, she's done the military. She was in the military. And I guess the U.S. She was Australian,
out
so
there.
she was in the she worked in the military. Is there like a military base there, Australian military base?
Yeah, there's a joint military base, U.S. and Australia.
Yeah, that's where she worked. Her and her friend, they both were in the military. She plays a game here. She's called.
Nice.
Her name is Little Hottie. She
Little
plays a lot of
Hottie.
Yeah, her name is Little Hottie. Yeah, I see her come on once in a while, but I don't talk to her. It's been a long time since I talked to her. She's beautiful, man. Good looking girl too, man.
Does she stream to Twitch or something?
No, she doesn't stream anymore. She didn't stream anyway. I just seen her on the. She put a camera on.
Oh, the webcam, yeah.
Yeah. She's pretty cool. She's pretty cool. I'd like to go to Australia. I just don't want to get bit. I don't want to get bit by something, but I'd love to go to Australia, man, and see the animals.
So, yeah, so Truckie's from Sydney, and then I know in the Truckers MP there's another person. They're from Melbourne.
I used to fly like by simulator. I'd fly into Sydney all the time.
Yeah, so Sydney's like top right, Melbourne's bottom right.
Yeah, on my map it was opposite. Sydney was down at the bottom, and Melbourne.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I mean it's just different.
12 speed, right? It's 12 speed.
What happened to your mic there, Truckee?
No, I was tricking out my transmission. No, this is a 10 speed. Yeah, it's 10 speed. So you have you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This mic sounds better. That's a different. Hey, Truckee, that's a different mic, huh?
It's the same mic. I'm just using a different program. Does it still sound like a CB radio though?
Oh yeah, it does. It does. But
it sounds like a new clear one.
You can clear. You're very clear now. Before you were just like, rah, 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 you couldn't hear it, man.
Yeah, I was driving an old truck yesterday. This time I'm driving a better truck today, so I came with a new CB radio.
Yeah, it sounds good, man. It sounds good now. Yeah, much better. What are you driving?
I'm driving a... What am I driving? I'm driving a... Just check. I don't remember. I'm driving a Scania 113H top line.
Scania, really? You like them cab overs like that, the Scania?
Are you still playing the Project Japan?
Yeah, I'm still playing the Project Japan. I found a way to get to Eton 18-speed transmission onto the Project Japan, so you don't have to drive with like the other transmission the Europeans use.
Yeah.
Turn left.
Yeah, the
Is that a-
European transmission's weird, man. I don't like it.
Are you on what are you sitting? You got a green sheet or something behind you?
No, I'm using a video broadcast.
So it just shows a truck, like almost like a real truck behind you.
Yeah, except it's not real. It'll be real when I get a job.
Get a job driving a truck, then it'll be
Yes,
real.
exactly.
real.
Get a job driving a truck. Unfortunately,
I
I can't
watched
get
the-
a truck being a teacher.
Yeah, I watched the videos where that one girl, she's a blonde girl. She works over in Europe. She drives, I think she's got a Volvo or something now. I don't know what she drives, but she came over to Canada and did some driving in Canada for a little while in the snow. And then she went back home. To, England and all that. So it's pretty cool to watch her. She goes through from all the states over there, how you can go from one state to another pretty easily. Oh
Turn
yeah,
right.
she's on YouTube. I can't remember her name. She has a weird last name. But yeah, she's pretty cool to watch. She's pretty funny. She's a good driver too, man. Really good driver.
I swore I just heard somebody rip ass.
Rip ass.
Yeah.
And out of fuel, just like trying to use all the last bit of momentum I have to get into this pump.
Yeah, I keep getting real close to running out of gas, man. I forget, and I look up and I'm like, oh shit.
No, man, I coasted, I think just, there's a rest stop in Texas. I'm going from Louisiana to, like, Silicon Valley right now, so I'm driving through, like, the north part of Texas.
Silicon Valley, that's right there outside California. When you come into California, outside LA, I believe.
Yeah, so, like, I'm on the 277-10 intersection gas station right now.
Yeah.
You have reached
There's a
your
rest stop
destination.
on 10, and it's like, it feels like a good mile. I just coasted and went down the on-ramp and got in the gas pump. That was sketchy.
I want to play on
Yeah, I've
the...
been through there lots of times, Silicon Valley.
In real life, or
Yeah, in real life, yeah. Oh yeah, there's a lot of rich people live in that area. Oh yeah, and it's because it's all about money there. That Silicon Valley's all about money.
what'd you do there? Just visit, or
No, I just passed through. And then we were driving to, and we went through. He says, "Watch this, man." So he took the guy I was with, man. We went off, or my brother. Actually, it was my brother. We went off the freeway, and got into where the houses were. Oh my God, man! He says, "Check these houses out, man." There was some huge houses over there.
Oh yeah, well, like a lot of that area is like Bill Gates and like people who made computers. That's why it's called Silicon Valley.
Oh yeah.
You ever watch Steve-O? He's the guy from Jackass.
No, I never watched that.
So back when he was young in like the early 2000s and stuff, he used to be like him and Evil the Band and all those guys used to be doing drugs and getting messed up and stuff all the time. But Steve-O recently has like gone to AA and like totally reformed himself and been like, I don't do drugs anymore. I do like charity work and stuff.
Right.
Like I think he went to like Argentina, I think, or Chile, and he like did a bunch of charity work and found a dog. But he met Steve Wozniak, and Steve Wozniak let him use his Apple discount. Because Steve Wozniak is like Steve Wozniak, Steve Jobs, and
Yeah.
Bill Gates that all founded Apple. and Steve Wozniak still has like an Apple Rewards thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
For being like one of the founders. So I thought it was funny because it was like one of those like YouTube shorts. It was like, hey, I'm Steve-O and this is Steve Wozniak and he's gonna let me use his discount. And I was like, what? How do you guys even know each other? You know what I mean? Like you're a skateboard, like punk rock.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
he was famous though. I mean, he's on TV and all that, you know.
Right. True.
Oh,
Just
they,
reach out with a publisher or something, or
yeah. Now, Steve, what's his name? Bill Gates died, didn't he?
no.
One of them died. One of them died.
Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs. Yeah, the
maybe
Apple
Steve
guy.
Jobs. Yeah.
Yeah, Bill Gates left and went to do Microsoft early on. That was like 80s.
They
90s.
started it together. Yeah, they started Apple together.
It's sad, man, because like the three of them were very good together, but when they divided, they became far less than their sum.
Yeah. Yep. And they was worth a lot of money, man. Let me tell you, his family is set for life, man.
Oh hell yeah! It was funny. I was watching this thing. It was like, so Steve Jobs had a lot of money back in the day, and like there was a lot of people on his team who were just like not doing what he's trying to accomplish. So
Right.
going to the engineering team when he made that like first the first iPhone or iPod Touch or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, it's got to be smaller. You got to be able to make it smaller. And they were like, we literally can't make it any smaller. Like, so he took it and dropped it into the fish tank that was super close by. And he was like, the air bubbles came out. And he was like, see the air that came out of there? That means there was a lot of free space. He was like, fix it. And it's just like,
wow.
That is a real dick way to do it. But like,
he made a point.
Yeah, I was like, he does have a very correct point. You know what I mean? He's paying you guys a shit ton of money. Like,
Yeah. I don't know who made IBM, the first computer, which was IBM. I thought it was them. They started IBM and then moved on to Apple. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know who made IBM. Check.
No, they made Apple. IBM was their competitor. IBM and Xerox was their competitor. That's why that Apple commercial from back in the day has that like sledgehammer toss into the big window.
Oh,
It's supposed to be a play like on Big Brother or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs used to be like a wicked hippie. He was like into doing shit. That's how he thought of the like clicking around on the screen.
Yeah, because IBM was the first computer. That was the first one ever made. And then, of course, Apple came out with theirs, you know. Then Apple started kicking ass on everything.
Right. Well, because Apple was the first one to have a GUI.
Yeah. Apple came out with
graphics user interface, so you could like click around with a mouse.
Yeah, and they came out with the iPhone and all that shit, man.
Yeah, true innovation.
Yeah. The iPhone 4 was the first. I remember the iPhone 4. I had one. That was one of the first ones, I think. Yeah, I had an iPhone 4 with 8. It only had like 4 gigabytes of memory in it. Nothing. It had nothing.
Yeah, I think the first you should look at like the Wikipedia, man. They'll have like the whole like iPhone thing. They also, I think they did a commercial before where it was like every single iPhone they ever made in like a row, and they like they run like a camera over them and make it look like you're traveling through them, like it's through the decades or something. But it's like for the iPhones.
Yep, they made a lot of them. They've really got a lot of them out.
Oh yeah.
Now they're on the 16E. That now they have that 16E or something like that. What's it called? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not even sure what number they're at, but I do remember like the shuffle was a part of the lineup for the longest time, and then they added the shuffle eventually got like a touch screen.
Yeah.
Because it was just like the play, pause, skip buttons for the longest time, and then it was like a touch screen. Yeah, and then they were just like, you know what? This is just going to become the Apple Watch. It's like
You know what? I remember when BlackBerry was the first business phone, actually business phone used strictly for business. And when I started working for Verizon, the BlackBerry was out, and I remember helping people with it. And they also had the iPhone came out, so I was working on that one too. So I was a technician for Apple for Verizon. So I
yeah, I
helped
like the
all anybody
Blackberries,
called.
and I always thought the Nextels were cool.
Yeah, then HTC came out with theirs, and they were pretty good company, HTC. And then
Yep.
Apple just kind of ran away. Motorola came out with theirs, but it wasn't as. I think that Apple went over everybody. You know.
So, what was your favorite phone that you've ever used with like a keyboard?
That I've had to work with a keyboard. With a keyboard, actually, keyboard was
Yeah.
I had a basic phone. I had a basic phone that was really cool. It was made by Samsung, and it flipped open both ways. You could open it like a book or like the other way, like a phone. And it was just a basic phone, and it had a screen on it.
Oh, yes,
It was
yes,
I can't remember the name of
yes.
it, what they
Yeah, it
called
had
it,
like a
but
double hinge, so you could open it like a
yep,
laptop, or you could open it like a phone. Yep.
yep, yep, that was it. That was my favorite Samsung, man. It was pretty cool. That one, and then when Apple came out, I like the Apple phones over most phones.
It'd be cool. You know what I thought about? It'd be cool if they remade some of those old phone designs with like a new phone. Because like we have higher pixel rate screens and like touch screens and stuff, and they're not nearly as expensive. So it's like you could still put two screens on a phone and two cameras. So like you put like like the crappy front facing camera that you put on a tablet. So it's like
Yeah,
that would be on like the inside screen of the phone, and then you'd put the nice camera on the on the flip side. Like you
you know
don't
what?
need like a huge phone. I often find that
Remember.
like my big phones are too big. They make my pinky hurt.
Oh, let's see if I can find that. What was it called? The Samsung. God, what was it called?
I had one of those slide out ones that was like a brick and it like
Yeah,
slid and it had a big keyboard underneath. I kind of liked it, but I liked that one that you're talking about the most.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. It's Samsung basic phones.
I don't even know if they would even list that thing. Be like, totally old devices.
You'd be surprised. Watch. I'm going to do it right now.
I'm saying the last time I saw one was like 2011, 2010.
Let's see, it keeps popping up. Guardio. I don't know why. Okay, so these are not basic phones. These are basic phones. Well, okay, those are. What was it called? It's not the Galaxy Z or anything like that. It wasn't even a smartphone.
Yo, I like this dress built.
Yeah.
I keep saying I'm gonna get off and go to bed, but
Right, that way. Okay, let's see what this is now. Sounds to have been a major player. Okay. Wikipedia. I wonder if it'd be under there. Let's see.
After 100 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Dude, for the first time since I've had this PC, my mouse has finally died.
After 100 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Don't we learn something new?
Can't find it there. I'm gonna find this phone. You watch. Other device discontinued. Other devices. Not there. I'm gonna put.
After 100 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Okay. Wasn't a Galaxy either. Had nothing to do with Galaxy.
Turn right.
I know a lot of their phones were Galaxy series. What was the name of that?
How do you put your songs into American Truck Simulator music folder in your documents so you see them here?
What are you saying, Blaze?
So, like, if you use your radio on your truck and you want to put your own music, it says put your songs into American Truck Simulator / music folder in your documents and you will see them here.
Yep. You know
How
how
do
you
I do
put
that?
mods in your game?
Yeah.
You
In
know,
my
it just told you.
file?
You know how you put mods in your game? You had to make an MOD folder.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, in that same spot where you put that MOD folder, there should be, what did it say? A music folder or some shit.
Yeah.
In that
It's
location,
does
it
not,
told
just
you
make
what
one.
thing to look for. I don't know if it said music folder or where it gave you the
Yeah,
destination, but that's where it was. Is C documents ATS.
How do I
You
do
might
that though? How do I put my music in there?
hold on. I'll have to pull over to hear you.
I said, how do I put my music into that folder? Because I use Spotify.
You need to download your
Oh, then
music.
you couldn't.
I need to download
Yeah.
what?
You'd have to have downloaded
Download the
tracks to
music.
do that, but yeah,
Oh,
you can't do
gotcha.
it through Spotify unless you find some mod plugin. You know what I mean? But I don't
Go to
think that
YouTube,
exists.
search up the music, download it.
No, don't do that. That's illegal. Well, do what you want. I don't care. Don't get caught. That's my best advice.
Sorry, I didn't finish off the rest of my statement. That was an example of what not to do. It works, but that's why I'm telling you not to do it, okay?
on the left lane. After 50 yards, left turn ahead. Turn left. Stay on the left lane. After 50 yards, left turn ahead. Turn left. Stay on the right lane. After 50 yards,
Hello?
right turn ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I couldn't hear nobody.
Turn right.
I'm still looking for that phone.
Stay on the left lane. After 50
You're still
I would
yards,
just Google
left
like,
turn ahead.
because I think they ended up selling it to like Straight Talk and like Track Phone and stuff. So like
Turn left.
it might
Yeah,
not be
but-
called that anymore recently. So like I would just
Okay.
look up like flip phone that flips
After
open
50
both ways.
yards, left turn ahead.
Yeah, that's it's yeah, because I'm getting tired of looking here, so I'm gonna look up basic phone that flips open both ways, right? Let me go home.
Turn left.
Oh, and full keyboard. No, just both ways. Just both ways.
After
Full keyboard probably do too
100
much crap.
yards, turn right. Turn right.
Okay, here we go. Let's see what it does.
Excuse me.
Here we go. Here we go. I think we might have found it. I think. Let me see here. I think we found it. saw the name, I'd know it right away.
What? You found the name of it?
I said if I saw the name of it, I would know it.
Stay on the left lane. After 50 yards, exit left ahead.
There it
Exit
is.
left ahead.
Aha, I found it. It is called a what is the name of this? I just gotta figure out what's it called. There's no name there. Let me see. God damn it. What is it? Nope, I go back. God damn it. How do you find the name on it? It's showing me. But this is definitely it.
Talking about a Nokia flip-flop.
No, it's a Verizon.
Go straight.
Here, I'll show you. Let me see if I can copy it. Let me see. Ah, shit, where'd it go? I think I just lost it.
Alright, boys, we'll call it a night.
Alrighty.
So,
night.
I'll catch y'all in a little bit. Or in the
Okay.
morning sometime, so.
Right, play with snoring
All
sound
right.
effects, not a sleeper.
Alright, see you later.
Here, I'm gonna paste it in the thing here. In the, what do you call it? In Discord. Under the top of
Yeah.
the Discord. Top of, right there where it says Rolling Thunder and Open Chat. Put it right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Take a
my
look at it.
picture. The picture of me right there too. When I was young. Okay, take a look at that.
Let me pull over. Hold on.
Yeah, so you see a picture of me when I was a teenager, man.
Stay on the
Can't
right
believe
lane.
it's there.
After 50 yards, right
I don't
turn
remember
ahead.
someone
You look
put,
spry.
asked me to. Yeah, someone asked me to put it there. And now see that phone right there? That's the one I'm talking about. And I don't remember. I can't find the name of it.
Turn right.
Kick my ass.
Fucking gap.
Wait, I just see the picture of you and then my thing. How to
Do you
do
see
it.
the one down below? Oh, it didn't go in?
No.
Let
Hit
me
enter.
try to. Okay, maybe that's what I didn't do. Let me see.
Keep
I
left.
actually think that was my bad. I was supposed to keep away. I was supposed to head to the middle of the intersection and just wait for him to go.
Let me
It's,
hit
it's the
enter
same
there.
as Australia.
Here we go. Now check it out. It should be there.
Yes. Yes, that exact phone.
So it's my bad.
Yeah, but what's it called? It was called the. I don't find the name of it. I can't see what it's called. That's
So
it.
there was a
It's-
couple.
See the
there's a
hinge right
couple
there? It
versions.
flips up. Yeah, it flips open the other way too. And I can't remember.
It's called like the dual flip, like the Samsung dual flip.
Let me see. Visual search. Image. View image. More. I know yeah, that's yeah. It's something other name. It's a Samsung alias.
Stay
It's
on the
called
left
an
lane.
alias.
After 50
That's what it's
yards,
called,
left turn
Samsung.
ahead.
Now watch, look up Samsung.
Yep, that was perfect. That was perfect. Oh my god.
Did you look it up?
Yeah, there was an Alias 2.
Yeah, it sure
Turn
was.
left.
Yeah, so like you know how they have the Samsung makes the flip phone right now, or the LCD bends.
Uh-huh.
Instead of letting the LCD bend, just put the screen on the inside and give me the keyboard back.
Look at that. Alias 2
know what I mean?
on that picture that I had.
No. The Alias 2 looks a little bit different.
Okay, so which one are you saying to go to? Okay, so just the
Here, no, I'll
Alias,
just
right?
paste it. I can just paste it right underneath you here.
Here, I'll just go back one and hit Alias. Okay, there it goes. Samsung Alias official, Samsung Alias 2. Okay, and read
It's
more.
like this, there's so many little things that you can do with this. Where like all the little screens could be like those paper, like the like the Kindle screens where they're super efficient, you know, and they're only black and white. So it's like all the
Yeah.
buttons could be those, and you could have them
Do you
like
have-
programmable.
Did you post the original one, the Alias?
No, that's the first one. You
Yeah,
have
that's the
the-
one I want to see. I want to see the one you posted.
Yeah, it's underneath your link.
Okay, let me see. Okay, go here. Yeah, that's it. I might have had the, let me see, let me make that bigger. That looks like it. I mean, but I think mine was, I think I had the other one, Alias 2.
The Verizon edition.
Yeah, yeah, I think I had that one, yeah. When I looked at it, it looked different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
depending
so-
on how you got it, it could like, so even though Samsung made that phone, the way Verizon bought it from them could change a lot of things about the phone. So like the back of the phone, you know, where like where the outside camera is and stuff, and that like little screen with all the buttons around there, that would change a
Right.
lot based on like who your carrier was.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. I said Verizon, and I'm trying to see where you click on it to see it. Look at the Alias 2. Let me click on that. And there it is. That's got the white keyboard too. Yep, phone call mode and keyboard mode. That's it, man. That's the phone. I love that phone, man. I had it for so long, man. Yep. And then I quit using it, and I put it down, and my daughter sat on it and broke the hinge. She was just a baby, and she broke the hinge on it. I was like, bummer.
But like
Yeah,
imagine, so like
I wasn't mad.
Instead of making the LCD bend and fold, just give me the hinge back.
Yeah,
Make it
exactly.
really thin. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Put two screens on it. You know what I mean? Because they want to make it fold or something, and they want to be ahead of the game. Put really dope cameras on
Yeah,
that was
imagine
a
a
cool phone.
touchscreen foldable iPhone would be good. Like a foldable Nokia touchscreen phone would be insane.
I like the iPhones though. They're pretty easy to work with. They're easy to, you know, to program and get into systems and stuff on them. They're pretty easy. When you get the Motorola's, man, they get a little more complicated in the
Yeah.
system. And so that's why I don't like them too much. I had to work on them, and I hated working on them when people called in. Oh, do you know how to find this? No, I don't know where it's at. Oh boy. I didn't really know how to work on them that much. I had a diagram of the whole phone. So when people ask me where's this, I could go through and find it and show them where it's at. The iPhone, I didn't have to have anything. I just knew exactly where to look and all that. Like I have an iPhone now. I have an iPhone 14 or 15 or something. 14.
Yeah, iPhones never break. I love using iPhones. I've used multiple in my life, and the iPhone's just superior. It just never break unless if you cracked it, because you fucked up. Otherwise, they never break, really. Like even the iPhone 3 I had like ages ago, like it never broke. It's just slow, but it doesn't break.
Yep. Yeah, that's so true, man.
Plus, I only use my phone to like check text messages from work and answer some phone calls. So that's all I need a phone for. So I just use an iPhone. It just never breaks. You know, I can just use like an iPhone 7. That's still fine. You know.
Yep. I'll be right back, okay? I'm gonna get something to drink.
Hell yeah. I just like having buttons.
Yeah, to be honest, it'd be pretty cool if I had like a Nokia now. I would just be like the only guy, just like flop the phone, just to flip flop Nokia. Be like, damn, bro, like old, bro, old. You know, the only guy using a Nokia. You know, Rick. Yeah, his phone, it's a fucking grenade, bro. It's a grenade. If I throw it at you, you're fucking dead, bro. You are actually dead, bro. I think Nokia stopped making phones, but back when they did, like those Nokia phones were literal bricks. Like they were live grenades. It was like a weapon. It was like the only legal weapon in Australia, bro. You know, don't throw a rock at a car. Just throw your Nokia at a car. It does more damage, you know.
Right. Yeah. When you get a second, take a look at those phones that I posted in the Rolling Thunder chat. Let me know which one you like the most, or if you'd like to buy. I mean, there's also like a BlackBerry, but like. Do you remember any of these styles of phones? The Alias 2 on top, like, it folds open like a regular flip phone, and then it can fold open like a laptop, like how it's working. The other ones are just like slide-ups. These were what we were talking about using. Truckee, are you in the? You're just doing Project Japan now?
Yeah, I'm doing a trip in the Project Japan map. I think this is excellent for simulating Australian driving until the Australian outbound map hits 1.57 because I managed to get the Eton Fuller 18-speed transmission with the non-synchro mesh as well onto it. So that's what I'm driving right now. And it's also got obviously the left-hand traffic and the right-hand drive. It just simulates. It's probably even harder than doing it in Australia, to be honest, because the roads are so thin, bro. So imagine driving a fucking road train in Japan, you know? Like, you have to be like autistic to do it, man. Like, driving a road train in a city like that. But it's really fun and
hi, mate.
it seems really detailed. That's why you get the FPS drops. I don't know, just the texture's a bit more custom. It just looks so much different from ATS and ETS2. Like, it just shows like it's like 7 years of hard work, and you can just see it. You can just see it show the scale. It's massive, really. The problem I have with driving in ETS2, which Project Japan kind of fixes, in ETS2, I'm not sure if you've noticed this yet, when you're just driving, like within like 10-20 minutes, you're just going between cities and cities and cities. It just feels like, it feels so small, you know, it feels more like a game, whereas Project Japan, because the scaling is 110 instead of 119, it feels like you've driven a longer distance, even though you haven't really driven a longer distance, right? So, because you're not like changing between cities so much. In Europe, you're always changing between cities, and every city's got different speed limits and laws, but the layout is different. You know, in my opinion, it damages immersion a little bit. But I get it, SCS has the 119 default scale, but then you have different maps at different scales. I know the Australian Outback map is a 1-to-1 scale. The only problem is that it's not updated to 1.57, which means some trucks don't work. Yeah. Unfortunately. And you're not going to get the right-hand drive trucks from LLCC, which only work on 1.57. Yeah, you might find it to be a little unfamiliar because you're an American, so you're on the wrong side of the road, technically. So you're going to be like, what the fuck? That's what I feel like when I'm driving ATS. I'm like, what am I doing this? Driving the wrong side of the road.
Yeah, I could imagine. You know what I mean? It feels like that for me in the UK, but like I was saying to you, man, though, I don't know, like, that Project Japan is. It didn't feel as strange in driving in like Duisburg, or in like London.
Yeah, that's because Europeans are fucking crazy, you know. All those signs are fucking retarded, man. They don't make any sense compared to Project Japan, which is like fairly straightforward. Like, you don't have a lot of signs in the road. It's just, there's the road. Occasionally there's a sign that's like red, that's like, this is obviously a stop or a give way, you know, stuff like that. Plus, the thing I like about it is I swear these cars are just custom. I don't know, I've seen the drift car go by. It looks detailed, so yeah, respect. And the trailers, they've actually got Japanese on them, so I think there's like Japanese trailers that the guy made. So he's done a whole job, like there's a team behind this, which is good. I wish this was the same Australian in the Australian Outback map, but unfortunately it's not. You know, it's just not enough Australians out there, you know.
I think there'd be more people who played it.
But yeah, maybe there's like, maybe we don't see any Japanese people because all the Japanese people are just busy playing Project Japan in their own server or whatever it is.
Then again, they could be playing like Project Driftmaster. You know what I mean?
Repeat again. They're playing what?
Some drifting game.
Yeah, that's true, because they're Japanese.
Yeah. Yep. Mostly because they're Japanese. I just feel like trucking probably wouldn't be as like big of a thing there because like Are there even fucking 18-wheelers in Japan, or do they do a lot more rigid trucking?
They do a lot
'Cause,
more
like-
rigid trucking. You can also tell from the road structures. Yeah, it's the same
Right.
it's the same thing with like anywhere in Asia, because they always use rigid trucks because they have small land, high population, small
Right.
land, very narrow roads. So it's just rigids. Most of the time, it's heavy rigids. There are articulated trailers. It's just not as common, really, compared to
Could you
heavy
imagine doing
rigids.
a key road train?
Sorry? No, you'll probably
Oh, I
you'll
see
never
you
see a road
smiling,
train. You'll never see a road train in Asia, like basically. But I know that there are AWs though. I know that there are AWs.
No. I'm just saying it's like a joke in like ATS or something. Like in your game, make a road train, but make all of the cars the size for like a key truck. You know what
I
I'm
would
saying?
do that. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I do that. You know, I have some paid Australian
It's kinda
mods
funny,
that I
right?
will be putting in to the map eventually when I get the Vista set up. After that, I'll be able to buy those trailers and drive road trains to Japan as like a training, as like a simulation to make it harder. Narrow roads
Yeah,
obviously
do like
make it
a
harder.
key. Do like a KEI. You know key trucks, KEI? KEI. Fuck. Key cars or whatever. K trucks. They're like tiny. So it's like just get a road train. I think is what it's like 3 to 4 trailers. So it's like get 4 little tiny road trailers for that thing. Be funny as shit.
No, I was thinking 4 full-size livestock trailers.
On the K truck.
No, on a Prime
back.
Mover.
I'm back, guys. I'm back.
On the Volvo FH6, which is what we use in Australia and in Perth, Western Australia. We're rolling that out pretty strongly.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, I really hope ATS gets like a Australian DLC. Will be good.
Probably not. They won't. Unless
think we're
it's
going
all
to Canada first.
it might happen after they're done with putting all the US in. Then it may work on other parts of the world, you know.
I think they're going. I think one of the. If you look on Map Genie, it shows that there's like. I think it's Illinois, Indiana, and the top left of Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they want to put that one in because like that's how you get to Alaska by road. So they're like strategically adding it, I think, out of order. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I think the Dakotas are going to be next. I really think they do, South and North Dakota.
Yep, I agree. I
Because
think they're working on that
they're at
next.
the very top.
Well, I suppose first things first, right? It's the F-150 and the bus.
The F-150.
Yeah,
truck?
that's like
I think they're doing a
that's
Ford-
like the
a Ford
latest
pickup
thing in their news.
truck.
Yeah, Ford F-150 for American Truck Simulator. It's like a 2023 Lariat,
I
and then
hope
for
not.
Euro Truck Simulator, it's the bus. Yeah,
I
I think
hope
well
not.
because they have to add different physics into the game for things in the future.
I just hope they don't put a bunch of cars in there because really, this is a trucking game, not a car game. Why don't we
From
just
when
play
they do that
No.
GTA,
physics
you know?
is if they do car physics, understand that there's already car mods, so you can go around and drive Bugatti and ATS, but it'll be a truck physic Bugatti. But now that they added car physics, now you can just drive like Lambos and Bugattis with actual car physics. People would just download them on mods and just drive them like
Yeah,
it's a
why would you
supercar
do
game.
that? Because
Okay,
like
so
GTA 5. Why don't you just
no,
change-
because fundamentally, if you have a pickup truck, you can add a fifth wheel to it, or you can add a ball hitch, and then
Yeah, but
from
why the
that
car?
pickup truck, from that pickup truck as a base, and for the city bus where you can pick up passengers, that's like it's a throw in. It's an easy swish, is why they're doing it, because the next step after that is rigid trucks. So it's like if they can nail like a fucking pickup truck and they can nail a city bus to like please the Americans for the pickup truck and please the Europeans for the city bus and get the funding, like secure the funding to make sure that a rigid truck, you know, with a reefer or whatever acts the way it should, you know, a box truck, big Hino or something, or like in Japan they do those K trucks with like a box in the back of those, you know. Like as we go further, they have to like think about all that shit in advance. So I honestly think that's why they're doing it.
The problem's not adding a pickup truck. The problem is you have, you know, like kids mostly do this where they download Lamborghini and supercar mods and just drive like they're playing like Forza Horizon or something, you know. That's also not a problem because these
could
trucks
have
aren't
all the
allowed on
cars
a
in it.
server, you know, so it doesn't
Right.
affect us unless if it's on
Right, but
Truckers
if
MP, which I don't use.
if the vanilla game had something to do that wasn't trucking, like, so it was like move the boat, you know, with like a fifth wheel Ford Lariat, or like for the European people, it's like pick up people in downtown London. You know what I mean? It's like something else for those kids who play this game to do.
Yeah,
It's
if
like
they
what I'm
add the
trying-
cars, I'm gonna quit playing this game because it's no longer a trucking game. It's a American Truck Simulator, not Car Simulator. So if they do it, I'll just quit and find something else to play. So, you know, I'll
The
be done with
thing
it.
is-
Oh yeah, in a heartbeat, because it's not a car simulator, it's a truck simulator. You know, when you start going in
The thing is,
cars and-
as a game development company, they do need to broaden their audience, right? Because they need to get as much money as possible. So, since even if they keep releasing new trucks, the amount of audience that they can capture is everybody knows that the best truck simulators are ATS and ETS2, right? That's nothing to argue about. But people that drive cars, they don't know about this because they're not interested. But what if we have cars in ATS or buses in ETS2? Well, perhaps ETS2 is now taking over the bus simulation as well. So now, if you want to drive buses in a simulation, you'll go to ETS2. If you want to drive trucks in a simulation, you'll go to ETS2 as well. Therefore, essentially SCS just has a larger audience. With a larger audience, you've got more funding, and they'll obviously prioritize focusing on trucks over buses because most of the community is indeed truck driving. But this will essentially kill off the bus simulators as long as ETS2 does this correctly to capture more audience. It'll just have a larger player base, right? It's just a larger player base. But this doesn't affect truck drivers, right? Because, for example, for LLCC, you don't need buses on the LLCC server, right? You can't put a bus in, right? If it's in the base game, you can. I'm pretty sure there's ways to like remove it on the LLCC server where the buses are not allowed, or maybe they could just add an option like on the server. This is a bus only server or a truck only server. That's a simple addition that they can do in the server menu, right? Or you can just have a server, you know, if you drive a bus, you're banned, something like that, right? This is a trucking only server, but what they're doing makes a lot of sense because they're trying to capture a larger audience because they've already captured all the truckers. Every trucker that drives in a truck sim knows ATS and ETS2, and they've been here before. So if they want more money, well, then they're going to have to expand in different areas. It doesn't mean they're giving up on trucking. They're probably never going to give up on trucking, and they'll prioritize trucking because most of the player base are truckers, not bus drivers or car drivers. It's just a feature there. So perhaps people that play Forza Horizon 5 would just try out this game because, well, you can drive a car in it. I don't know if it's good or not, but it's got a realistic map of America in Forza Horizon. That's not a realistic map.
You're going to have people in cars running all over the place doing 100 and something miles an hour all over, wrecking people.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes,
no,
and
I don't
they're
think
not
they're
going to be on
gonna
the
add.
server.
I don't think they're gonna. They're not adding just like generalized cars. The the car that they're adding to American Truck Simulator is the Ford F-150, so it is a truck, right? So like I imagine with adding a truck, they're going to add like pickup truck tasks. You see what I'm saying? Just like by adding the bus to EuroTruck, they'll like add like pickup, like where you pick up passengers. You know what I mean? Because I think what they're trying to do is expand their like CDL or like DOT, you know, medical card, like all the different facets of like driving a truck for business. You know what I mean? And the ways that you could be doing it. Because like driving a bus, you need a CDL. If you drive around, like there's a bunch of little like box vans or like the Frito trucks. It's like some of the box vans you do need a type of CDL to drive based on like what you have loaded in the thing or like how much it weighs. You know what I mean? Like there was there's a Pepperidge Farm guy.
More single player
like,
thing. So there will be mods for supercars, but it's not going to be allowed on the server. So it's not something that will affect you. You won't be affected. You probably won't even see a supercar at all.
Well, that would be mods and stuff. I'm talking like just base game. Like base game.
So there's no need to quit, is my point.
No. What I was gonna say though is like, so when I delivered bread, I used to use a Hino box truck, Lawrence. I don't know what you ended up driving.
Right.
You had mentioned that you drove. So like I drove the big Hino box truck, and mine was a diesel Reynolds, and it was kind of shitty, but like it's not semi-trucking, but like it is sort of trucking because I'm doing like day-to-day stops, you know what I mean, and stuff.
So it's like a heavy rigid, it's fixed to the chassis, right?
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
it is.
I wish that was added to the game. Because in Australia, that's what you get. Like the heavy rigid's the first year of truck driving, basically.
Well, so there was a Pepperidge Farm guy who delivered in my area, and he used to use a kind of looking like a horse trailer, and he had like a F-250 with a cap on it. And so he'd keep like his like paperwork and like his mobile office stuff in the truck cap and like in the cab, and then the trailer he pulled was like his load. So he'd have his, you know, his dolly back there and stuff, pull everything out of there because it was more fuel efficient than driving like the big Hino box truck, and he lived close. So I think that's like something that they're gonna go for is like more day-to-day small stops and like utilizing the F-150 to do that.
Yeah, so
like
that F-150 is basically a test. Like, if this works, they'll go forward. If it doesn't work, then well, it didn't work. So
yeah.
So they're just using it to test the waters.
It's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be the same discussion for like the city buses for like all the European people. You know what I mean? Is like, are you gonna have all these like pedestrians now suddenly in the game? You know, people are just gonna be like running into pedestrians or like bogging the game down.
I still don't think it should be cars in here. I always think that.
Hey, that's
I always
fine.
think that.
That's fair, bro. That's
No,
fair.
but they're not adding cars in, right? Well, no, they are. They are adding cars in. For ATS adding cars, for ETS 2 they aren't. But the thing is, cars are already in the game. They're just modded. Cars are already in
they're
there.
AI. They're AI.
No, but you can drive a car in the game. It's just nobody drives a car. No one drives a car, but I can download a car mod right now and drive a car for you right now. Because I've done it before. But it's not fun because it handles like a truck. Is my point. So you can drive a car in the game for free, for completely free. Within like 10 minutes, I can get you a car and you can drive it. It's just nobody drives a car in the game unless if you're in Truckers MP. Then you get people driving cars. I hope that makes sense. So you can drive a car in the game. You can also drive a motorcycle in the game. You just don't see it because nobody does it because everybody drives a truck, right? It's a trucking simulator. That's the point I'm trying to say. They're just standardizing something. Like it's not new, right? It's not new. You can think of it as, for example, like OnlyFans, where they're standardizing porn, right? It's like this is now kind of legal, right? Like previously it was a bit shady. Well, nowadays it's like legal porn, basically. You can think of it that way, right? So they're just standardizing it. It's not that you're not able to drive a car in the ETS2 or ATS 2 years ago. You were still allowed to do it, but it just wasn't the standard. Like you would need to go out of your way to get a mod. Now they're just standardizing what people have been doing before.
Lawrence,
the reason I don't see those people is because
what is the least truck truck that they could add that you'd be cool with?
Truck? You mean like a truck, pickup truck?
No, yeah, like, okay, so, like, I used to drive the Hino box truck when I delivered bread with the, oh, shit, hold on. The
They
fucking TV in
shouldn't
the
be
game
adding
is so
any of
loud.
that. Just keep it as a trucking, 18-wheel trucking simulator. That's what
Only
they should
18
say.
wheelers?
Yeah, that's what it should be. If they want to do a car, make another game with cars in it. You know, I mean, make another one. Leave this one alone. That's what they need to do. Just leave it
Wouldn't
alone
wanna
like it is and make another
Wouldn't
game.
want to
with
be able to,
cars.
like, deliver Fritos or something, you know?
No, I don't want to deliver Fritos. Put it in an 18-wheeler, I'll deliver it. You know, that's just ridiculous.
But then you can also drive rigid trucks as well. It's on the same workshop.
What are they going to call it? American Truck Simulator?
Heavy rigid truck is still a truck. A pickup truck is still a truck. It's just a truck which requires a smaller license to be able to drive, basically. Or at least in Australia it's that way. Because in Australia, if you want to drive anything that is articulated, or I think you call it an 18-wheeler, that requires at least 2 years of driving experience. There's one year of heavy rigid driving, which is where the stuff is fixed to your chassis. So the container's fixed to the chassis.
Yeah, the
They
Hino.
call it a rigid truck. Yeah, the Hino. And driving a Hino, that's your first year of truck driving in Australia. We call it heavy rigid. You want to drive articulated trucks, road trains, or you need 2 years driving. Your first year driving heavy rigid, second year you get a license upgraded and you can do that. So
they're going to
that's
change
also
the
a
name
truck.
of the game? They're going to change the name? It's American Truck Simulator. What are they going to change it to?
American Truck Simulator. They're not gonna change it because, okay, well, it's different if there are no rigid trucks in America, but you
No, I'm
can't
talking
say
about
that
the
thing's not a
cars,
truck
adding
if it's a
cars
truck.
in. You're going to still call it American Truck Simulator, even though you got a bunch of cars running around.
Oh, yeah, that's fair to, like, kind
Yeah.
of cut off there. But that's why I was saying, like, what's the least truck that you would, like, be
No,
cool with
18-wheeler,
that?
man. 18-wheeler is what I want to drive. I'm not driving any box truck or anything like that. No.
Well, you don't have to drive it. I'm saying, though, but, like, for the base game to add a box
No,
truck.
even if I
like,
kept playing the game, I wouldn't drive any of those. Wouldn't
To be
drive the
honest,
pickup.
I don't think
I don't even drive the
anybody.
pickup now.
To be honest, I don't think anybody would drive a box truck because it's probably just less exciting. Because if I'm driving a box truck in real life, I'm not going to be driving a box truck in the game. Just saying. Like, even if there is a box truck, I want to be driving doubles and triples. You know, I want to be driving heavyweights,
exactly.
right? So they're going to add it,
Right?
and if nobody pays attention to it because nobody drives it, then they're probably not going to go ahead. Like, for example, if they add the pickup truck, the Ford, and nobody drives it at all, and they can see it, then they're probably just going to stop.
Everybody's going to drive them.
If everybody's going to drive it, then that means that they're making
Yeah.
money doing that.
Well,
People like it, then they'll continue.
I wonder if it's going to be a paid. You have to pay for it to have that.
You have to pay for one.
Oh yeah, I hope so because less people will get it. I'm not paying for some cars and trucks and whatever. No.
Yeah, no, you don't have to if you don't want to. That's up to you.
Yeah.
I really want that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. You know, no way.
A game where you can drive across America in a car, that's amazing.
Well, I can do that in real life, man.
I can't.
You know, I've done it. So
But the point I'm trying to make is you can drive around America in a car, like right now. You don't need to wait for the update.
I can't. But you can, but you can't because the physics aren't the same.
Yes,
If you've ever
yeah,
driven a car in
that's
real
the
life,
point.
you'll know the physics.
Yeah, I know it's not the same, but I'm saying you can drive a car right now, and when they make the physics the same, the mods for the cars are just going to take
Mods
off
are gonna be
even
amazing.
further.
So you would rather
But
drive
it's
a
like
car
one
than a
mod now
truck?
of physics.
No,
Why wouldn't
no,
you? A truck
I'll
is better.
only drive a truck. I won't drive a car
No.
because it makes
Right,
no sense. Or
exactly.
perhaps they could add some realism where you drive a car to the depot to
drive to
pick
work.
up a truck, and then
Exactly.
after, so you
Yeah.
drive a, but then it doesn't make any sense because you don't actually have a home in the game, but you would drive a car
You have
to the
garage.
depot. Sorry?
You have garages in game.
No,
Right, like if you
do
drove
have
a
a home?
pickup truck to a quick job.
You mean you haven't got a house to drive to your garage? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. So you have a
Yeah.
garage, but your truck's in the garage. What I meant is, I start up the game, I drive a car
Yep.
to the depot to pick up a truck, then I drive the truck to pick up the load, then I do the trip. You know, isn't that more realistic? Oh, I don't know, I don't drive a truck yet, but I'm assuming when I get a truck driving job, I take my car from my house to the company, to like the
Yeah, you do.
the
Yeah,
company,
somebody
and
take
then
it
I drive
home.
the truck. So it makes
Well,
it
we
more
do.
realistic in a sense, but I'm not sure if that's, you know, allowed, like if they're gonna put that in. You know, it makes it like it's a government job. You know, the more it becomes a government job, the more realistic it becomes, right?
But the best thing is we don't have to pay any tax on the.
I would never
Yeah.
buy a pack for cars and box trucks and stuff like that. No, I won't do it. And
Well,
if
yeah, I
they
don't
make
think
it, if they put it into the game without paying for it and they just put it in, then I'll quit playing the game. It's just
No,
stupid.
I think it's gonna be a
sad.
paid.
That is
I
pretty
think it's
sad.
gonna be a DLC, just like the oversized loads, where it's like you don't necessarily need to have it.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
not play a game just because they've added something you don't like. You can just like not use that. That
I
is
mean,
possible.
it's free country, you know. You can do whatever.
Yeah,
I know. I get that. But, like, you can't
There's
just
a
stop
lot of
playing the
games
game
out
that you play every day. You play it hours every day.
I play World of Warships and I play World of Tanks all the time. So if I could stay on World of Tanks, I would. I would just stay on there because I've got some high-ranking tanks and I just keep on playing it. And World of Ships, you know. I can play those things all the time, man. I don't need to be trucking. But I do now. I put in a lot of miles, man. Look at the leaderboard on our RTC, you know, in RTT.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
think SCS is
so-
really trying to lock in the future generation, because most people that play ATS and ETS2 are old, are mature. I mean, I think I'm one of the younger ones. I'm like 20, 25. So, yeah, I think I'm one of the younger ones. So, yeah, they're not particularly
it doesn't
interested,
matter as
right?
long as
So,
you're the same as me. You're the same as me. You play the game and I play the game. You know, same thing. You know.
yeah, they need to
so-
appeal to a new audience. Otherwise, if a game doesn't have a new audience
Stay
coming
on the
in,
left lane.
and keep in mind the
You know what
trucking
we do?
industry isn't a
Left turn
growing
ahead.
industry, or at least in Australia it's not. We have a shortage of truck drivers, so
They should just
Not
add
looking
more
good.
trucks instead of adding cars and all that. They should add different more, like add a cab over, a real SCS cab over. They don't do that. We have to get a mod for it. You know,
Right.
there's
True.
things like that. Yeah, that they can add
True.
There's other trucks out there they can add. They can add an older Freightliner, like a Coronado or something like that. You know, so
I think
why
they
always have to
they
go
had
forward?
mentioned
Why not backwards?
they had mentioned that the cab over needs rigid physics to like function properly, because it doesn't sway and shit the same way that like the Scania and stuff, like the American truck.
Right.
Turn left.
okay. So
The way
you're
that like
thinking
everything
from
sits together.
you're thinking from a player perspective. You're not thinking from a business perspective, right? They're thinking about how to get more money. Yes, they do care about their game, but how does the business actually grow? That's the thing, right?
They
If they
fill
only
map. They
they
fill the
need
map.
more people. Yeah. When America's done, then what's going to happen? Then it's not American Truck Simulator if you expand to Australia, technically, right? So eventually,
they could expand it.
eventually it's going to have to break, right? What they're running out of map space eventually. That's the point. So they need to innovate, right?
Yeah, like ETS, they can keep going over through Russia, all the way to the end of Russia. That's a huge, huge map where you can drive forever over there. And, you know,
Well, I mean, in theory, can't we like in America? Oh shit, an invisible wall. Can't we like in theory drive from like when it's frozen from like Greenland all the way
no,
to south? Like
no.
You can't drive over the ice sheet.
No,
If you're
there's never
suicidal,
been
mate.
a road that
Alaska.
there's never been a road to take you to Greenland. You have to take a
From Nova
boat.
Scotia ferry. Yeah.
You have to take
I
a
didn't know.
ship.
I didn't know if you could drive. I didn't know if you could drive through that territory technically. Because like I know my
No.
friend drilled in the northern slope in Alaska, and they just had to like can't stand on the tundra, so you have to like pour water outside when it's freezing to like.
Right.
Well, now there's ice. You know what I mean? And you can walk on that. So I didn't know. Because I know that all that's like a bunch of islands stuck together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Because the thing is, I really like the direction that SCS are headed into. I like it how they're trying to compete with bus simulators, really, like especially for ETS2. Because the thing is, you look at the modern bus simulators, what are the best ones? They don't actually exist in the real world side of things. Whereas ETS2, the map's there, right? It's realistic enough. The map is there. The only thing that's missing is the bus. You put the bus in, so basically you're attracting all the bus simulator guys into ETS2. You can almost say if the bus simulation community is as large as the truck simulation community, you might be just doubling your revenue within a short span of time.
Steal all the people who play bus simulator, and then you'd have people who like drive a bus.
Exactly.
In the map.
Right now, it's
You'd
not going
see,
to
like, a
affect you if
city
you drive a
bus
truck,
pull
right?
over.
As long as you're not on the same server as the guy driving a bus. But SCS getting more money. SCS gets more money, well then obviously it works. They can reinvest more money on upgrading the game. So it's better for everybody. Basically, is what I'm trying to say, right? Because you need the business to thrive for the game to work, right? If the business doesn't thrive, the game gets abandoned. Basically, it is how it works, right? The reason why SCS has never abandoned the game is because it's always worked. It's always worked, but you can see that you see this quite a lot where a game has a very mature audience, and over time it's died off because, for example, I've got games that I used to play in my childhood, and they've just died off because the community's kind of matured and we don't do this anymore, right? And then there's no younger generation. There's no new 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 12-year-olds going to the game, and that used to be a flash game I used to play, and then now it's like dead. There's like 3,000 people online only. That's it, right? So if SCS is able to get the youth interested in truck driving and bus driving, then we're going to get a consistent growth of people entering the game, and that they'd have no reason to stop, basically. Whereas other games, eventually people are going to get tired of World of Warships, as an example, or whatever it is,
Yeah.
right?
It's been around for a long time, yeah.
So we need more people in the community. The next generation would be good, because this generation is, well, no offense, but eventually they're going to die, and preferably ETS doesn't die with it, and ATS doesn't die with the generation would be good.
After 100
Now,
yards,
like World of
turn
Warships,
right.
they make money because you can upgrade, you can buy like coin to upgrade
Turn right.
your warships and stuff. Buy warships. I see a lot of people buying them. You know, the payware ones that go in the game that the game sells. The actual game is selling it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
The problem
I've
with
never bought
ETS2 and ATS,
Yeah,
the
that's
problem
what's
with SCS
that
is
framing of the game is called a gotcha. It's called a gotcha
Yeah,
game.
so the problem-
GOTCHA. It's based
so the
around like
main-
a Japanese like toy dispenser.
You have reached
So the main
your
problem
Yeah,
with
World
ETS2
of
and
Warships,
ATS is
World
that
of
they
Tanks
don't
is the
have
same
this
way.
payment model, right? Their payment model is pretty much where you buy the game and you can just play it, right? Yes, we are DLCs, but you can be perfectly fine driving around California and you have access to all the features, except for trucks, but you also don't need to buy that because you can get paid trucks, right? Yes, you do need map DLCs, and that's it, right? You can get modded cargo. You're basically given a massive sandbox, right? And it's cheap. Let's be honest. Like SCS games are really cheap, so they don't make a lot of money from making newer trucks, right? Or whatever they're making. But they don't actually make a lot of money. Most of their money comes from just maps, and eventually they're going to run out of space. So they're trying to basically. So let's put it this way, right? if they make a new map and everybody buys the map, then let's say they get $17 per person, right? If they add buses into it, and you have a new cohort of people, bus drivers coming in, and every single bus driver buys all the map DLCs, they'd be making a fortune on that. So I hope that makes sense, right? Because they're basically, you need all the map DLCs to get custom maps like pro mods, right? So instead of just making one new map, which they're obviously doing, but if they target bus drivers as well, then the bus driver comes in and every single bus driver buys like, well, let's say not all the DLCs, let's say all the DLCs on discount. That's still more than your $17 or your $20 for one new map DLC, which also takes a very long time to make, especially because they set the new standard with Nordic Horizons for ETS2. They can't make the next DLC for ETS2. The next map can't be worse than Nordic Horizons, otherwise it'll damage the community. I'll be looking at like, what's that? Is it Nordic Horizons better? Is that a one-time thing? So I hope that makes sense, right? So I'm thinking from a different perspective over here. It's just we're sitting on a pile of money that just hasn't been captured yet, but it will be captured eventually.
They just sell a lot of it. So a lot of people buy those mods, you know, to add them on. So.
Well, Lawrence, dude, I'd be willing to bet like $10 on when they add the buses and the Ford to the game. You won't have to buy it, and the only thing that you're effectively going to notice is that the game experience feels more like true to life.
True to life? How's it going to be true to life? You're going to have cars running around. You already have that.
No, well, you play in the LLC server, so it doesn't matter for you. You know what I'm saying? But like, what I'm saying is like the feeling of driving the truck, like the physics and stuff, will be more upgraded. Because that's what they're working on, along with like the F-150 and the bus, is like how the road feels, you know what I mean, and how like all the physics of the game. So like,
I don't know, man. They're gonna ruin the game. I just have a feeling they're gonna ruin it.
I just see green boxes right now.
Yeah, everywhere.
Is that a guy?
Yeah, it's someone that has they're running some kind of mod in there that doesn't work in the game, that turns green. Something they're not supposed to be running. People do it all the time. Maybe as they turn green.
It looked like AI traffic. That was like a big green double bus or something.
And that's happened on buses too, or on AI. AI is, you know, something in AI made it turn green or something. You know, I've seen that before.
That's what it looked like. AI piloting. It didn't look like player driving. Papa Bear.
$29 miles left. Wow. Finally. All that stopping and going to look at the phone and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of sent me a little off. That's okay though.
That was a nostalgia throwback, man. That was like a a Mentos commercial from the '80s, dude. Blew my hair back. Like,
Oh yeah, I mean
Dude.
that was such a great phone, man. It was such a cool looking phone. That's when
was,
everybody
man.
had that's when everybody had basic phones, you know.
Right. Well, the thing was, man, is like that phone looked like a regular phone.
Yeah.
So it would never get stolen. Like somebody would have to
Yeah.
know exactly what it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it wasn't even a smartphone. It was a basic phone, so it was never a smartphone. But it was a cool phone though.
I'm gonna go to like one of their, you know how they do like the CES where it's like, you know, like the Anime Expo, but they do it for like technology.
Right.
So if they do that and they like Samsung has open questioning, I'm gonna ask them when they're gonna make the Alias 3.
That's what? What's an alias?
Yeah, right.
They wouldn't even know what the hell you're talking about. They probably don't. Really, they don't know what you're talking about when you say it because they
Yeah,
don't deal in that stuff.
right. The only person who would know would be like the CEO because they're like the family-owned business technically, right? Still.
Yeah. Yeah. Or someone who had one.
I don't know,
Right.
man.
No. But that's the thing is, I think anybody who's working there is probably too young. Anybody working at the you know expo show answering questions, I feel like would probably be younger than me.
Oh
You know,
man,
I'm
I remember
34.
phones
That
like the Razor, the flip phone called the first Razor.
yeah.
It was a flip phone called the
Well,
Razor.
they make the new one now though, and Samsung makes the Flip or
Yeah.
whatever to compete with it. And I don't like folding the screen. I don't want to fold the screen. It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, like
I
they're
just
gonna
mean
break or
Nokia.
something, man.
Yeah, dude. If like, why
I
do you
just
want to
want a
fold
Nokia.
glass?
That's weird,
Like,
man.
I'm right. Like, it's a cool idea, but like, why the hell do you want to do that? That makes me uncomfortable.
A lot of people, I remember when I worked for Verizon, a lot of people owned them, man. And a lot of
Yeah,
people got rid of them because they were, you know, they'd
that'd
have a
break.
lot of problems with them. Yeah, they'd have a lot of problems with them. They were just a piece of junk. Personally, that's what I thought. They were junk.
Yeah, I don't like. It's too
Yeah.
much vanity. You know what I mean? It's just too
Yeah.
much vanity. It's like it's too
Yeah.
much to look cool. It's like there is no function. It's just form.
Right. Right.
Like it's so much form that it breaks its function.
Yeah.
And like the Alias is like that perfect balance. You know what I mean? Where it's like, nope, you can do both. It can be a phone. It can be a laptop. Blah, blah.
Yep. I gotta go find a load out of here.
What do you
Shit.
use? iPhone or Android?
I have an iPhone.
Yeah, let's go. iPhone.
Yeah, they're good phones. I like them.
Yep.
Okay, so I need to see what I got here. What can I take on this trade? Hopefully there's something out of here. Hell
So
no.
like instead of people driving cars when they had the
Mhm.
buses and the trucks, a lot of like European people who are on like the public servers and like Truckers MP and stuff, I
Mhm.
guarantee you, the more and more states they add, the more and more chances you're going to find European people. Sorry, the CV is so loud. The European people playing like basically RV there yet in Truckers MP or something, where they're driving coast to coast in an RV and like getting gas and seeing shit because they can't do it. You know what I mean? It'd be so
Right.
expensive for them.
Right.
I wouldn't worry about the game. I trust SCS. You know, they're honestly they're the best developers I've ever seen across basically any game. Like if you take a look at the AAA industry, the newer games that come out, like the newer Ubisoft games, like bro, they're absolute garbage. It's hard to find a developer that you can trust more than SCS, to be honest. actually cares, and they can maintain a game for what, like 12 years, or how many years? This is over a decade, right? So
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
been
Whereas
around
like
for a
We'll be
while.
fine.
Ubisoft is willing to throw away a title they just released.
Yeah, so I'm sure SCS knows if this thing fucks up, they're not going to continue. They're going to save the game, whatever it takes. So yeah, because that's it. That's all they have. You know, the 2 trucking simulators. So there wouldn't be much to worry about, in my opinion, because they're not. Let's say they're more like DEI proof. I think, you know, it's not as much like Ubisoft going on there.
All right,
I'll
heading
be
out.
fine. All right.